couldn't pay me to scuffle. Dead Benjamin head sitting in the duffel. When they sent me upstate and I was getting in the tussle. Hopping on the PJ, going out to PF. Hopping out to London just to see stuff. Yeah, I know I'm young, but I can fuck you like a BF. Boy, you finna die, you take 3 steps. I was getting money out the lean. Back when Lil P and Lil J and Lil Fresh was getting B&E and coming out the scene. Blue Bill, Hunters, bitch coming out the jeans. Blue with that booby trap, fuck it, I redeem. Got my cash up, yeah. Now nigga thumbing through the green. Last song told you that my face wasn't in it. Caught a nigga cheating and fuck with the scene. Mojo back, bitch, out. I might bring back Cristal. Might stop telling these niggas my moves, they taking my groove, bitch, how? Get that man back his style. That's my dog, and me still share clothes. He can rock my chain, let me bust that roll. One thing we don't argue about bitches. We ain't finna fall out about hoes. Walmart sheets, she wanna fuck on them. Yeah. T.O.B.'s, I wanna touch on them. Yeah. And she got some ass too. Damn. Bring it to me. Too much talking when it's lit. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Get down. Brown. Yeah. Get a run though. Get a run though. So what we say we do it? Big bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my fans call me Cootie, you call me Get Down Brown, you see. Big bad. Look. Yeah. Tired and breadcrumb, my partner's a shade song. We hop in the bucket and then we out it. My folk in the front seat and I'm in the back seat. Cause I don't really around with the driving. I be feeling like a boss, look ahead. I be in the back smoking on that kill. Thinking of a plan to twinkle up my ribs. And John Wall Ball, my folk are my kids. That loyalty, this is for rider though. He seen more fish scale than Papa those. But they done fuck around and locked them home. Boy, it ain't nothing they can't hold you home. When you get out, we got options home. Talking be my mind's a rider though. Yeah. Don't switch your kids, boy, I got them home. Yeah. Boy, my blood type of 1,000. And they say big bang, take little bang. What you saying, partner? You can't get no pesos if your lingo ain't proper. We ain't for the beef like we don't fuck with enchiladas. When them cameras get the flash and all my people get the.
You know what the fuck going on, man?
The loyalty, yeah, yeah. The loyalty, yeah, yeah.
You know what the fuck going on, man?
The loyalty, yeah, yeah. The loyalty, yeah, yeah. Boy, where I come from ain't nothing nice. Choose your plight. Ask how I'm doing, not doing right. Yeah. Just my life. I'm with my folk in that mask at night. Yeah. Risk my life. My homie gritting and got the pump. He take a bump and the big gon' jump. Peter Piper pick some pretty pepper, trying to find a trap house so we can settle. On our little money excursion. We can't do swerving and verbs. Popping them choppers, no turbans. Getting my scratch on the curb and make most my money from serving. From time to time we be lurking, looking for trap nigga purses. None of my niggas get nervous. You got some nerve, bitch. Trapping outside Sunday services. When half of the pope got herbages. Ain't nobody around me a moralist. We just know one thing, don't never snitch. Don't fold on the team, we won't never switch. Stay down and humble, get to the grits. My homie turned to me and they say big bang, take little bang. What you saying, partner? You can't get no pesos if your lingo ain't proper. We ain't for the beef like we don't fuck with enchiladas. When them cameras get the flash and all my people get the.
You know what the fuck going on, man?
The loyalty, yeah, yeah. The loyalty, yeah, yeah.
You know what the fuck going on, man?
The loyalty, yeah, yeah. The loyalty, yeah, yeah. And they say big bang, take the bang. What you saying, partner? We ain't for the beef like we don't fuck with enchiladas.
She want me come beat up her back end. I used to fuck in the apartment, now a nigga won't fuck on the mansion. I wake up and go get to a sack. I come home and it's already wet. Where you sleep, you ain't here to me yet. Cause I'm about to take off like a jet. And your BMDMing me yet. She want me come beat up her back end. I used to fuck in the apartment, now a nigga won't fuck on the mansion. I wake up and go get to a sack. I come home and it's already wet. Where you sleep, you ain't here to me yet. Cause I'm about to take off like a jet. And your BMDMing me yet. I work hard every day like a Mex. I can't stop cause they say that I'm next. Straight headshot, nigga, fuck vest. I don't want it if it ain't the best. I can't lower my standards, laws of attraction. VVS, diamond, they splashing and dashing. Big nigga, when I turn up, I be dancing. Don't get me started, I act out random. Got a Lex, but I want me a Phantom. I just pulled me a deuce in a Phantom. Just to take all the pain away. Everybody know that I be cancer, but I still be lit like a lantern. My name is David, but I ran up the banners. Miami jeweler, big drip Alexander. She want some dick, let me check my calendar. She want me come beat up her back end. I used to fuck in the apartment, now a nigga won't fuck on the mansion. I wake up and go get to a sack. I come home and it's already wet. Where you sleep, you ain't here to me yet. Cause I'm about to take off like a jet. And your BMDMing me yet. She want me come beat up her back end. I used to fuck in the apartment, now a nigga won't fuck on the mansion. I wake up and go get to a sack. I come home and it's already wet. Where you sleep, you ain't here to me yet. Cause I'm about to take off like a jet. And your BMDMing me yet. Get it and go. I be dropping dick off on the low. Everybody know I'm hot like a stove. Bitches sweating as I walk in the store. I'm a nigga, band count swole. Police get me, I don't know. Police get you, you gon' fold. That's why she want a real nigga. Put it in the kidney and put it in the liver. 9 months later, baby get delivered. Run up a bag ever since I was little. Pussy like Malcolm, I'm all in the middle. I'm solving that pussy like it was a riddle. I can care less how your ex feel. I'm trying to see how them breasts feel. Beat it up, no Holyfield, no Viagra, no X. She want me come beat up her back end. I used to fuck in the apartment, now a nigga won't fuck on the mansion. I wake up and go get to a sack. I come home and it's already wet. Where you sleep, you ain't here to me yet. Cause I'm about to take off like a jet. She want me come beat up her back end. I used to fuck in the apartment, now a nigga won't fuck on the mansion. I wake up and go get to a sack. I come home and it's already wet. Where you sleep, you ain't here to me yet. Cause I'm about to take off like a jet. And your BMDMing me yet. She want me come beat up her back end. I come home and it's already
You are
wet.
now listening to K1NG Radio, where music reigns. K1NG Radio.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot all about that one. Man, I'm slipping. Ain't nobody else been paying attention. Nobody was looking at me. Nobody just, boom, I'm in your chest. Everybody, ain't nobody else see that shit. Alright, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome back. Sports Show with Joey.T. live. Kelvin Durant, Miami's #1 independent radio station, home of the independent artists. So, we got to go back to one hell of a sports weekend. Turned into half a shit show. As yesterday, the Miami Dolphins take an ass beating and become Tom Brady's bitch. As the Tampa Bay Buccaneers roll 45-17. Tom Brady puts up massive numbers against us. 411 yards to pace the Buccaneers and 5 touchdowns. So, he did his thing. Tom Brady, as usual, whoops the Miami Dolphins' ass. But when you convert 8 of 11 on third down for 72%, there's no chance in hell, no matter how good your offense. Look, our offense sucks. But when you're allowing your opponent to convert 72%, you ain't going to win very many football games. Now, people are saying, oh, when Tua comes back, maybe we would have drafted Justin Herbert. There's not enough working pieces on this friggin' team. It's a complete dumpster fire of an organization. Maybe it's, look, I don't want to fire Coach Flo, but maybe it's time for Chris Greer to go. Because this guy's whiffing on more draft picks than anything. First of all, Austin Jackson's a revolving door at left tackle. Lichtenberger, is that guy ever going to set into a position? No, but our offensive line's sucking. Jalen Phillips showed up, played a couple snaps real well. Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, both got burned on multiple occasions by Antonio Brown. Now, you should have knew Antonio Brown coming home, straight graduated out of Killian High School, comes back, puts up a huge game, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hang a dominant 45-17 loss on the Miami Dolphins at Raymond James Stadium. So Antonio Brown just lights up the Miami Dolphins. Tom Brady. Look, you wonder why this guy has 7 Super Bowl rings. Why they call him Tom Terrific? Because he fucking scorched earth the Miami Dolphins. And it was just pathetic. Like, it sucked so bad watching this. Like, I had to change this game and go to a different game because it was such a shit show. But Tom Brady continues to dominate at 40-something years old. Not old to most people, but when you're in the NFL, that's an old dude. But keeping it pushing. Let's get off this game because it was such a dumpster fire. Going into sticking with the highlights of this great sports weekend that saw an awesome boxing match, a huge football SEC win as Texas A&M knocked the University of Alabama off. Alabama Crimson Tide, Nick Saban lose for the first time in 100 games. So for the first time since November 1982, literally a year before I was born, Georgia sits in first place by themselves. First time in 100 games, Nick Saban takes an L. Now, is it a change in the guard? Not so quick. But this team is not coached. Look, is Saban losing a step? Not Saban, but his staff. His staff has been pillaged. He's lost Lane Kiffin. He lost Sarkisian. He's losing all these assistants. And he just can't hire enough good heads in football. So offensive line, defensive line coaches showing that they're not being able to build. He's still recruiting the hell out of it because we know Alabama pays the best in all of college football. Nick Saban, one of the highest ranking paid coaches. As much as I hate the dude for what he did to Miami Dolphins, Nick Saban is the GOAT when it comes to head college football coaches. But when you snap, look, when you go 100 games without losing college football, when you play in the SEC, and you play so many big-time games on CBS on Saturday nights, you can't help but wonder how legendary this was. But Georgia takes over as the number one. Georgia was impressive in their game. Texas A&M took one hell of a game plan for them to get past Alabama. But Georgia maintained a big win, take over that number one spot. Now, I'm not like Georgia still has a lot of SEC game. I'm sure you're gonna get an SEC championship with Georgia, Alabama. But outside of that, for the first time in 100 games, to see Alabama lose is kind of breathtaking. Now you still got Arkansas, Ole Miss, Florida all battling up, but Georgia plays Auburn this week, or they just won over Auburn 34-10. Now going into week 7. Auburn plays the upstart Arkansas program. Alabama plays Mississippi State. SEC football will be packed because coming week. But let's keep pushing it along. Sticking with football, we got to talk about this one because 2011 is coming back to haunt the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, everybody's talking about how well the Vegas Raiders were to start the season because John Gruden was such a great coach and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. But this fucking asshole has been revealed for who he truly is. So, first of all, let's start out with John Gruden looks like the fucking Chucky doll. This is a grown 50-year-old man that looks like the Chucky doll. He comes out and now he's in trouble for making send out racial emails where he used stereotypical verbiage in an email to talk about Players Association President DeMaurice Smith. And then there's also multiple emails where he talks about NFL owners. And Gruden comes back and says about 2011 was a rough patch. We were held out. You had players, coaches locked out of facilities from doing what they love. But you're still a fucking millionaire. It doesn't make it okay for you to turn into an asshole. So for Gruden to say, hey, they kept us from doing what DeMaurice Smith has, even if DeMaurice Smith was leading the charge against leading the lockout, it gives you no right to attack him racially for his physical attributes that makes him different from you. And Gruden, you look like a fucking Chucky doll. You cannot attack any other man. And you act like it was affecting your income. You were probably still getting paid by ESPN at that time. But it came at, look, the Las Vegas Raiders are falling apart. Couldn't do much yesterday. John Gruden's getting himself in trouble. Even this guy, look, all the emails have been turned over to the NFL. But now, when he needs somebody to stick up for his, look, how do guys look, the Las Vegas Raiders had the first openly gay player come out in the NFL. How do they feel about a guy that's sent out racially charged emails. Like, are they going to feel... How can anybody... Look, a majority of his players are of African-American descent. How can anybody feel comfortable playing for this guy when he sends out these emails that he thought was in secret? Let's make it right, wrong, and different, even though he was exposed for what he really was. But you cannot... Like, Mark Davis has to have... They wouldn't release the names of the owners that he called out in his emails. Could have possibly been Mark Davis as he led that 2011 holdout. Possibly because Mark Davis wanted out of Oakland. But let's take a quick break. When we come back, we got to talk about a baseball team possibly moving. So keep it locked here. K1J Sports Talk, Joey.T. Right back after a quick break. Make sure you download that app while I'm on break. What's it tonight? Green light music?
Tonight? Yeah. I don't know if they're doing it, but you can have to do it. I think they're doing it.
They already know. Yum, yum. That's what I do. Hey, Fee. What that is, I got
K1NG Radio.
I got 'em. On the motherfucking grind. Me and my money intertwined. You watch your rapid ass mind. I'll be buying these bitches live. Don't waste my motherfucking time. Me and money 2 peas in a pot. I'm on my motherfucking grind. I ain't got no free time. I ain't got nothing free, bitch. Big drip, make 'em see sick. Niggas ride dick. Don't hit my phone about shit. It's motherfucking niggas and eat a dick, bitch. When I was down, you were cuffing dread. Don't mistake love for lust. Before I hate on another man, I'ma go and run it up. I've been 10 toes down since the playground built for it tough. Mama told me things as a child I ain't listened to enough. I don't lie to women, I ain't got no children, I'm just trying to run it up. If you fuck with me, then fuck with me. Can't put a price on love. If you love a nigga, better tell him so before his number up. All that fake love, like you down with me, I ain't got time for. I gave motherfuckers chance after chance and they still fuck it up. On the motherfucking grind, me and my money intertwined. You out your rabbit ass mind. I'll be buying these bitches live. Don't waste my motherfucking time. Me and money 2 peas in a pot. I'm on my motherfucking grind. I ain't got no free time.
I ain't got no motherfucking time for a motherfucking bitch without a motherfucking bag. Cause she chasing motherfucking dick on her motherfucking back. Cause he got a big chain full of motherfucking comp. These hoes be bad with no brain. They to my motherfucking self. Cause I'm too motherfucking real. Get to a motherfucking bag. I ain't got no motherfucking chill. You ever held a nigga down? When keep it motherfucking real. Type of nigga say y'all tussle. Can't pay your motherfucking bill. Stay in the motherfucking streets. Just for motherfucking fun. He ain't got nowhere to live. He just a motherfucking bum. If you're a real boss bitch and you say get to a bag, put your middle finger up. Cause ho say motherfucking
I got
bag.
this last
On the
one.
motherfucking grind. Me and my money intertwined. You out your rabbit
Whenever you
ass
are.
mind. I'll be buying these bitches live. Don't waste my motherfucking time. Me and money 2 peas in a pot. I'm on my motherfucking grind. I ain't got no free time.
Welcome back. Sports Talk with Joey.T. live. K1H Radio, Miami's #1 independent radio station, home of the independent artists. So the last thing we got to talk about before we get out of here is none other than Tampa Bay exec met with a group of local residents and business owners and said he does for the Tampa Bay Rays to play a full season in Tampa. So his solution, of course, is play half a year in Tampa, half a year in Montreal. Now you're complaining because your stadium's fucking empty. So you're going to play half here. We have a transient audience. Half in Montreal, where you have a hockey-dominant audience. No, dude, you got to rebuild. Look, I don't know if this is, what's this guy's name? Stuart Sternberg's way of playing Tampa for a new stadium. But we saw the Rays win plenty this year. They've won a World Series in 98. 23-year-old franchise team. Still a young franchise. Still got a bailable base. Look, even kids in Tampa High School, you know, kids still in America grow up playing baseball. What he has done to go out and build a fan base, I'm not sure. But when you drive into Tampa, you see that big concrete-looking stadium. It looks like a fucking jack shack. You know, was it designed for baseball? Hell no. But maybe he needs to pull a Jeffrey Loria, get a sweet deal how the Miami Marlins built Lone Depot Stadium. Put a club, but you got Tampa. What do you can look? Tampa's made up of predominantly old, grumpy people. So how are you going to get them to that downtown Tampa area? You know, they're not drawn to Ybor City. Ybor's younger kids. So in that Tampa St. Pete area, how do you get the retire? Look, people that retire are old, living on Social Security. Are you making it feasible for them to come into the ballpark? You get a corporate deal. But to me, it makes no sense. Look, Stuart Sternberg's a businessman. He made his billions on business. How are you going to play half your season here, half your season? We've already seen the Montreal Expos move from Montreal to Washington to become the Nationals because they couldn't support a fan base. And now they're quote-unquote hungry. I don't think you play a half season here, half season in Montreal. Look, you can't. Look, we saw the Toronto Raptors had to play half season in Tampa, half in Toronto because they were shut down by the COVID stuff. Now this is a completely different course. But I think go out, build a new stadium, put stuff that's going to interest grumpy old people, grumpy old retired people. You know, maybe have like a river cruise down the river in Tampa. Put some nice restaurant in town. You got to do something that's going to draw out these grumpy old people. Maybe a wine bar and a library. I don't fucking know. But you got to do something to get, maybe a cigar lounge in the upper deck. I don't know. You got to do something. But yeah, there you go. Put a golf in like a golf drive. Put a driving range right there on the bay. You know, look, when you got grumpy old people that you got to drive. Look, that's the demographics of the surrounding Tampa area. You're not going to draw people off Ybor and to watch baseball. Baseball is a dying game, and I don't think you're going to go back and forth between Tampa. Look, Tampa is predominantly Yankee fans because Yankees train in Tampa. The minor league team probably draws more than the Devil Rays. But that stadium's a shit show, you know? They put a fucking tank of Devil Rays. They're not even called the Devil Rays anymore because that was too offensive to have the name Devil in there. So they just changed it to the Tampa Rays. Now they're in the ALDS trying to make a way to the World Series. You got to be having billboards up with these guys. You got to take every young player you got, put them in the high school, elementary school, draw out young fans. If you have any young people in Tampa, you got to have the kids say, Mommy, 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 Daddy, I want to go see the Tampa Bay Rays. You sold off Evan Longoria. You got Chris sold off. You got to building a fan base over a profit. You're going to take a loss for a couple years, but when you come full circle, you're going to see what a sellout arena in Tampa can do. Yes, Tampa's dominated by football, and you have Tom Terrific. But you got to do something to draw out fans. You can't just say, hey, half here, half, back and forth. You're not going to build a fan base that way. But that's all I got today to be fired up on. Tonight we got Monday Night Football. Derek King's season done. Shoulder surgery. I'll talk about that when I'm back here on Wednesday with you. Tonight we got New Music Mondays, 8:30 to 11. Keep it locked here. Download that app, K1NG Radio. Get on the mailing list and we'll contact you. But I'm out of here now. Yeah, buddy!
K1NG Radio.
Yeah. One thing about a pussy nigga, he a pussy nigga. I'm a gangster, I never ever talk to him. Big chopper so big, leave a hole so big hole, walk around and walk through him. Little nigga, I remember that, she remember that. Curveball, yeah, she ain't wanna talk to him.
K1NG Radio.
Big racks, real big.
You are now listening to K1NG Radio,